What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the Yeezy 500 Salt.
Perfect.
I've done this review 3 times. Today marked the 4th release of the Yeezy 500, and the first thing that comes to mind is that this looks nothing like its pictures online. In the Adidas promotional images, it looks all white, like Salt, but when you get it in hand, it's the same exact shoe we've seen 2 other times. This sneaker looks almost identical to the Yeezy 500 Blush, and I mean, it's pretty close to the Supermoon, but like next to the Blush, you really can't tell any difference. Here's a picture from a friend of mine, IMTMC2, and you can see that the 2 sneakers, the Blush and the Salt, I mean, look almost identical. It's crazy. You could say that I'm salty. I'm not gonna apologize, I love my puns. You guys already know the drill. Leave your best sneaker pun in the comment section down below. The best one I pin, the other ones get a lot of my appreciation because puns are sick. So jumping into the sneaker itself, you've got this pretty nice premium suede around the toe of the shoe. This suede is probably the nicest material used on the shoe, and you've got a couple hits of it throughout the sneaker, most notably on the part of the shoe that I like to call the bug eyes because this shoe looks like an insect. It creeps me out a little bit. Of course, underneath the suede, you've got some skeletal leather accents with this really wide padded mesh. You also can't forget the 3M piping running around the side of the sneaker. The name of this colorway is Salt, and the only way I can see that is if it's like dirty, like road salt. I mean, I don't really see, it's not white. It's tan. When I pulled this out of the box, the only difference that I noticed between this pair and the Blush pair is that this one has sort of like a mint green hue to it. And that was such a subtle hue too. It was very, very hard to see. As you move up the sneaker, you've got your salt colored laces weaving through the bug eyes and also the tongue itself. The tongue is made up of mesh and also has this little leather accent in sort of a figure 8 shape. Moving inside the shoe, you've got the same salt colored sock liner, which actually is pretty well padded, which means that the upper of the sneaker is pretty comfortable. It does get hot though, but it's not as bad as the 700s, and I guess in the wintertime, it's not really going to be too big of a deal. In fact, you probably want to be wearing a warmer shoe anyway. And then rounding off the inside of the shoe, you've got this minty colored Ortholite Yeezy insole. As for fit, the Salt Yeezy 500 fits just like every other Yeezy 500, as you would expect. I mean, it's the exact same shoe. They didn't even really bother to change the colorway. I would say this sneaker fits true to size, and that's probably what I'd recommend you guys going as well. However, if you haven't tried on a pair of 500s before, I definitely suggest going down to your local sneaker store, trying a pair on there to make sure the sizing is right for you. And that shouldn't be hard because these shoes are kind of sitting in a lot of places. Continuing back on the shoe, you've got more of that dirty salt padded mesh. Moving around to the heel of the sneaker, you've got more of that leather and suede paneling. And then moving down the sneaker, you get to this very organically sculpted adiprene midsole, which I believe was borrowed from a 90s Adidas basketball sneaker. It's pretty comfy. It's better than regular EVA foam. I'd say it's pretty comparable to Bounce. And then finally moving to the bottom of the sneaker, you get to this super organic, almost hypnotically shaped traction pattern. Overall, this is essentially just a $200 re-release of the Yeezy 500 Blush. I still can't wrap my head around the fact that 75% of the Yeezy 500s look almost exactly the same. I had some hope when I saw pictures online and it looked white, but when you get it in hand, it's just more tan. If you guys do want to see a non-cynical review where I go through all the different details of the Yeezy 500, make sure to check out my original Yeezy 500 Blush review. There's going to be a link at the top of the screen. I really have no idea what Kanye or Adidas are doing with this release. I think this is just super redundant and really unnecessary, if I'm honest. With that being said, the Yeezy 500 is not a bad shoe. It's not one of my favorites, and it's not one that I actually have any other pairs of, and to be completely honest, I probably won't even be keeping this pair. But if you like the Yeezy 500 and you haven't been able to snag a pair, this is not a bad way to go because it's just like all the other pairs. But that pretty much wraps up the video for today. I would love to know your thoughts on the Yeezy 500 Salt and whether you're planning to grab a pair for yourself or if you already have, so make sure to leave those comments in the comment section down below. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe down below if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.